Hey everybody, it's Jim, better known as Sandman Mystery Comics, and today it's time for another episode of Kaiju Review. You voted for it, you asked for it, you get it. We are going to go ahead and review the 10-issue maxi series, Ultraman Tiga, which was only released in a very limited run by Dark Horse Comics, all 10 issues. They flew under the radar. And then, just as quickly, a couple years after the book came out in 2003, they released it in two graphic novel formats. Okay. And these are low print run. And, those of us who are into the kaiju and tokusatsu genres, that collect these kind of comics and stuff, highly sought after. Highly sought after stuff. Okay. Low print run. Didn't get a whole lot of distribution. So, yeah. And the writer is Tony Wong. The artist is a gentleman named, and I have to be careful with the pronunciation, Ku Fuke Lung. Okay, they're from Hong Kong, but they are incredible manga artists. And all the covers, sorry, that's a Harley going by. All the covers are done by Udon. Everybody knows Udon. They put out the Street Fighter comics. And it's a phenomenal work of art, great storyline. And I'm going to give you the history of the TV show. When it got brought to American shores and dubbed, and it did get dubbed, it was on Fox Kids, as you saw from the intro. I had to cut it short because it was like a minute and a half and more than 30 seconds, get copyright strike. Wah-bah! Didn't want that. The series, okay, picture this. Super Raya Productions, who created Ultraman, hadn't put out an Ultraman show of any kind since 1980. They were about to give up the ghost, basically. And what ended up happening is they came up with a new type of Ultraman, which was Tiga, who could change forms. He had 3 forms when he started out. The multi-form, which is silver, red, and blue. He had the strong form, which is all red. And then he had the fast mode, which is purplish bluish. I'm colorblind, so anything with red mix in it, I messes with my eyes, The TV show was a hit. It debuted in Japan in 1996, 52 weekly episodes, so the show lasted an entire year, and it was huge. It was relaunching the Heisei era of Ultraman in Japan, and started with, the Godzilla movies and Gamera movies, started another kaiju boom in Japan. And all kinds of stuff was released on Tiga. They did subsequent shows of the brothers, okay, Dinah and Gaia. And those went on into like 2001, 2002. And then these guys at Udon Studios, they got the rights to make a 10-issue maxi series. They got the rights to Ultraman Tiga, his forms, and the first 2 monsters that Tiga fights, but none of the other monsters. So they had to make up some monsters in this series, and one comes dangerously close to copyright infringement because the big bad aliens that are sending all the monsters to Earth have a strange resemblance to the alien Baltan or Baltan Sajin, which is one of Ultraman's most popular alien villains. I mean, he's been around since 1966, and almost every Ultraman has fought him in one form or another, even Ultraman Cosmos. Okay, but right now, I'm going to show you the covers. Then we're going to look at the art, and I'll break down the story. And there you go. All right. I got all 10 issues. They were $4 a pop, $6.50 in Canada. Woo! That's a lot of money for a comic book. And they put this out to coincide with the 40th anniversary of Subaraya Productions. Okay. This came out in 2001, and Subaraya Production Studio started in 1961, or 1963, yeah, because this is 2003. But when it started out, it was basically a special effects studio that did all the special effects for Toho's Godzilla and Kaiju films, like Rodan, Mothra, all the Godzilla films, all that. Eiji Tsuburaya was the founder and the special effects maestro, and his family, basically his sons, have been running the company ever since he passed in 1970. And so there we go. That's the cover with Ultraman Tiga in his multi-form. The main players, that's the guy who turns into Ultraman. That's his love interest. That's the captain of the science patrol that, because they try to stop monsters. Oh, yeah, just good stuff, man. This artwork is incredible. And the inside doesn't disappoint either, guys. Look at that. That's just good stuff. I love that worm's eye view. That's just awesome. Look at that little kid there and his mom. That's just way cool. Oh, yeah, and these were bigger than your normal comic book. It was 40 pages of story, and then, the Dark Horse ads at the end. So that's cool. See? Those are the aliens. They take over humans, so they got part human, part alien. And they do look a lot like the Baltans, man. A lot like the Baltans. See? Minor alterations, but they look a lot like the Baltans. And there's the team. The team is called the TCP. And they all work and support Ultraman. Issue number 8, the big bomb cover. That's crazy. And then a supercharged alien there. And yep, the last issue, issue 10 of 10. Really beautiful stuff. Okay. And the origin of Tiga is tens of thousands of years ago. There was a very highly civilized race of human beings here. Highly advanced technology, peaceful, but they were being constantly attacked by kaiju that they didn't know where it came from. Look at this. Oh my goodness. And they were protected by the 3 Ultra Brothers, which were the bringers of light. As you can see. And this final battle here that we're looking at was the battle. I mean, they sent every monster in the army. There's thousands upon thousands of monsters destroying the Earth. And the only way to do anything to stop them all was all the brothers got together, put all their power into Tiga because he was the strongest and able to handle all their power. And he released it in one incredible, massive blast, which wiped out the Kaiju, the incredible Kaiju army. But they got turned to stone, and a protective pyramid was built around them. And then flash forward to 2003 or 1996, when the TV show took place, monsters start popping up again. And the TCP, Terrestrial Combat Protections Group, if I got that correct, which I probably don't. I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, no, this is Guts. Yeah, this is Guts. Okay, TCP came after. This is Guts. Okay, the group is called Guts, Guts. And they're trying to fight the monsters to no effect. One guy's incredibly brave and powerful. You know, he has courage, he has endurance, he has stamina, he's willing to sacrifice his life for others. They find this holodisc recording of the high priestess of the old ancient city, tells him about stuff. And another monster pops up, one of air. The other one was land, Gulza. And this one, as you can see there, that's Melba. Wait, no, over here is Melba. Sorry about that, guys. And they go into this crazy hidden jungle in Japan where they find this incredibly crazy reflective pyramid, which reflects everything around it so you can't see it there. You know, it looks like it's just more trees and rocks and all that. Inside are the three Ultra Brothers, and they're turned to stone because they use all their energy. And the monsters are coming. The monsters are coming to destroy them. They're using their beam to destroy the pyramid, to make them normal, so they can crush them because they're stone. And see, the one guy was willing to sacrifice his life. Melba's got him. Boom. And then the three he's in front of the three Ultra Brothers, and they combine all their powers into this guy with a special beam flasher. They destroy two of the statues, but one awakens, and it's Tiga. Okay. And yeah, man, this art and storyline is incredible. And the 10 issues, or the 2 graphic novels, sit here and delve deeper into the mystery of why the monsters are coming to Earth, who's behind it, and what they want. Okay, basically, it's the alien Baltan wannabes. They want to steal our resources and subjugate humankind. Okay, basically make us a slave race and steal our stuff like Independence Day, you know, ID4. And it's only 10 issues, so you know it had a happy ending. Had to. Okay. And like I said, in Japan, the show was so popular, it made 2 sequels of 2 Ultra brothers or cousins. Ultraman Dyna and then Gaia. Now, in like 1999 or 2000, right around the time that Godzilla cartoon was made from the horrible 1998 Godzilla movie, which G fans call Geno or Zilla, because Geno stands for Godzilla in name only, and Zilla is the official name that Toho gave it because they actually own the rights to it, since Sony and TriStar had the nerve to slap the name Godzilla on it. And but at the same time that cartoon came out, they wanted something to go with it. You got a giant monster, we want a giant superhero. So they saw how popular Tiga was in Japan. They got the rights to it, and they broadcasted it on Fox Kids every Saturday morning. It came on, you had your Spider-Man, you had Iron Man, you had X-Men. Everybody loved X-Men 97. Okay. Then you had Godzilla, and then you had Ultraman Tiga. Ultraman Tiga had a horrible time slot. He was the last one on the list. I think it was like 11 or 11:30 in the morning. By that time, parents are starting their day, waking up, all that stuff. They should have shown it earlier. So out of the 52 episodes, I think somewhere between 20 and 30 aired on American TV. They were all dubbed, and they were edited for time. Okay, so you didn't get everything, which sucked. But thanks to a certain company who I can't remember, but you can buy the DVD sets and Blu-ray sets super cheap, subtitled in English, and they're remastered, so they're high def, and you can get them on Amazon. I think you pay like $25 for the set. I've got so many sets because a lot of them would go on sale for only 10 or 12 bucks, so I just like snatch. Okay. But that's pretty much the history of the Ultraman Tiga comic book from Dark Horse Comics. And that ends another episode of Kaiju Review. I hope you guys liked it. If you want to, give me a thumbs up. If you want to leave a comment, go ahead. If you want to share the video, go ahead. You want to sub up if you like it and you want to see more of the content, go ahead. But you don't have to. But I'd really appreciate it and like it if you did. Okay. Now comes for the shameless plugs. Okay. Coming up, what do I have planned coming up for the channel? Well, the next Indies from the 80s episode is going to be about Reggie Byers' Shuriken, which lasted 8 issues, self-published. This very Friday, if I can get all the gang together, including you, Aaron, I want you selling on my channel. I'm going to do another mega sale with everybody. I may or may not sell, but it'd be nice just since he hosted us to have him come over and host him. I think that's really cool. And Aaron's just such a great guy and has a lot of cool stuff. And the next Kaiju review is going to be the one who got 21% of the votes. And that was Godzilla Rulers of the Earth, the greatest Godzilla comic ever made, other than Godzilla in Hell. Okay. And I probably won't do Godzilla in Hell. It's rare. I got rid of my issue number 1s. Glenn got them, and I still have 2 through 5. But you guys can Google Godzilla in Hell. It was only a 5-issue series. Even the trade paperback of them is super expensive. If you try to get it, it's like $150 or more. It was such a low print run because it was towards the end of IDW's license with Toho. Speaking of Aaron, he's got an epic Discord channel that everybody needs to subscribe to and hang out on. It's called YT Friends, and it's got every hobby you can think of. If you're into video games, it's there. There's a place you can talk about that. If you want to just link drop, you can do that. If you want to talk about comics, there you can do that. If you want to talk about music, you can do that. Everything's there. There's musicians there, there's artists there, there's, you know, podcasters and YouTubers like us, and everything and everyone is there. So sign up, check it out, hang out if you're into Discord. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, again, I thank you for watching. I love each and every one of you. I wish you and your families the very best, and may God bless you and protect you always. I'll see you on the next video.